Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Friday's Coffee Talk. My name is Henrike von Platen, and today I have Astrid as a guest with me. And I'm very happy to have her with us. We have a very special topic on the German legislation and legislation, of course, concerning fair pay and pay equity. So please, Astrid, if you want to please tell the public who you are and what's so special. Why are you here? What's the case that you have fought on in the German courts?
So good morning, Henrike. Nice to be with you here, and thank you very much for the invitation. My name is Astrid Siemes-Knoblich. I'm 60 years old, married, have 2 children, and after 20 years of self-employed consulting, I became the mayor of a little town of 20,000 inhabitants in the southwest of Germany. And after I terminated my time as a mayor, I got to know that I earned less money than my predecessor and my successor. So I took legal action, went to court, and on 3rd of March this year, the court fell a decision and I came to complete justice concerning my issues.
How can it be that the person before and behind you got more in a mayor's position? How is this possible?
That's a specialty here in Baden-Württemberg, which is one of the federal states of Germany. Mayors are compensated in their first term in 2 different compensation classes, let's say. A lower one or a higher one. And the town council can decide on giving the mayor the lower or the higher one. So they decided for my predecessor and my successor to give them the higher one for the first turn, and to me they gave the lower one for the first turn.
Probably there wasn't, you won the case. So we can imagine that the reason that they did that was not a good one, otherwise you wouldn't win the case. But what would be sort of, when you've seen that, what is usually, why would you give the first and the second high wage anyhow? What's the differentiation point? Is it like you have to have certain experiences as a mayor, or what does it, is there anything that is?
No, compensation of mayors or of public servants is not set by personal competencies. It is fixed by the circumstances of the duties you have in that, well, I'm missing the English word for amt.
Don't worry. Yeah, in that, let's call it in that job, in that position.
Yeah, in that job. It depends on the circumstances in that job. How big is the town? How complex are the projects you have to deal with? And things like that. And there was no difference between the turns of my male colleagues and me. The circumstances were the same. So there was no objective reason for the town council to make different decisions concerning the wage.
How did you know about the difference in wage?
These decisions are made in public, so you get to know them. And when I found it out, I went, as I told, I took legal action. I went to court and I took legal action on the basis of the German Antidiskriminierungsgesetz, anti-discrimination law.
Yeah. How was the reaction from the outside, sort of the externals, of other colleagues or private circumstances? Was there any special reactions that you felt are important to sort of realize and know about?
Yeah. Most reactions were positive. I expected much more negative reactions, but I'm really amazed. 2 years ago and now, also after the decision, the reactions, let's say, of more or less 80% of my surroundings, citizens here in town, family, friends, colleagues, whoever, 80%, I would say, reactions are positive, absolutely positive. And people talk to me on the street, they send me emails, letters, and something like this. And that's quite amazing to me. Not everybody is amused, let's say, about that. Even not the town council, as you can imagine.
Yes, I can imagine
But
that
I
one.
would say the majority of the people are, and they know what I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
That it should be clear that for equal work, you get equal money.
Absolutely, absolutely. It shouldn't be a differentiator what gender you have. Definitely not. That's what we are all fighting for. So it's great to have you doing this and having sort of, when you went all the way, you won, and there are so few in Germany that are actually going this way. And it's so good to have those role models, to have you as a role model and the others. What would you say? What would it be that you would like to really share to those that are listening, to the women and also to the men, about the walk that you've walked, and about what you see is important for them in the future to sort of make sure that everybody gets fair pay?
I think my decision at court should empower all the women who are suffering, who are victims of the gender pay gap. And also the men, the employers, male or female, should know through that decision by court that they should deal transparent with these things. Talk about salaries, talk about compensations, and don't let it come that to the point that people have to go to court. Start earlier. And to the women which are hit by a gender pay gap, I would like to point that my decision should empower them to go to public, to speak about it. I know that there are a lot of cases, different other cases, even among female mayors, and for a lot of other women too. And I know that that was one of my findings during the last 2 years. A lot of women know that they are hit by gender pay gap, but they don't talk about it. They keep silence due to different reasons. But what results from that silence? The result is that also not only the women which are hit by it in the present, but also the following generation, the young women, don't know about it. I talked to one of my neighbors. She is the mother of 3 daughters. And she told me, I talked to my girls at the breakfast table this morning about your gender pay gap. And they were amazed. They did not know that women earn less than men. And that's the thing, that's the issue. When we don't talk about it, the next generation doesn't know. And when they come to working market, they are hit, they are surprised, and they are bothered by these decisions and the findings and the experience that they might earn less money than men. And therefore, it's so important to bring these decisions into public, to bring these cases into public, to be a role model, and to empower women to say, here I am, and I have a case too, and I talk about it, and I would like to come to my right. And that should be absolutely self-evident. We have the right to earn the same money than the man, and there should be in future no doubt about it, and no discussion needed to talk about it.
Definitely, that's what we're doing. Astrid, our time is out, but it's just a perfect call to action that you finish with. Let's talk more about money. Let's make sure we get the role models like you out. And anybody who listens to this now, please just share it and make sure as many women and men as possible get the message, and we reach Planet Fair together a lot faster. So thank you very much, Astrid. Hope to see you on another occasion again. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.